Good morning. It's Dawn Sapp with Swan Lake Spiritual. I'm here to do your weekly oracle card reading, and I'm so excited because I'm going to use 3 new decks today. I've been using Secret Language of Light, Transmissions from Your Soul, for the last few months. Today we're going to pull one card from the Secret Language, the Law of Attraction. So this can help us with our thoughts, where we need to maybe be a bit more aware of what our thoughts are doing and how we can reframe them so that we can be more in alignment to attract the things we want. I'm also going to do a few cards, maybe 2, maybe 3 from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. I haven't fully decided on how I'm doing this reading yet. I'm going with the flow. And I want to see, most of you that follow me are light workers. So I want to see what messages come out of this deck for you today and for this week ahead. January, what are we at? 5th? And then I will pull one from the Wisdom of the Elders just as a final parting message that we would like to hear from our ancestors and what they have to say and what wisdom they can impart on us for this week ahead. So without further ado, we're going to clear the deck and we're just going to start to shuffle it around and mix our cards around as we invite our spirit guides to join us, and we ask and intend to deliver a message that will resonate with the collective conscious. We're looking at what's coming up the week ahead of January 5th, what energy, we know we're in this hibernation period. We know we're in the dark, heavy season. So it's not about productivity necessarily, but it's usually a lot about rest. And it's usually about what we can create or intend for ourselves. So the Law of Attraction card for us today is this one. I can change my life by changing my thoughts. So right now, if you're complaining about your life, or if there's things in your life that aren't working or that are frustrating or that are angry, those are thoughts. Those hold energy. By changing those thoughts and finding an opposite one to hold on to that maybe is a bit more positive and a bit more uplifting, you can actually change your life. By choosing a thought that feels slightly better than the thoughts you have been thinking, you can gradually change the direction of your thoughts. By focusing upon a better feeling thought, the law of attraction will respond to that thought, and therefore the balance of your thoughts will now improve. I was looking for a good example for this one. It might be something along the lines of, it's so irritating every time my brother just walks into my room, he doesn't respect me. Well, that's not a good thought. Yes, it's reality, but you're going to keep attracting more of that dense negativity. So, I mean, you can go completely extreme and change the thought to say, you know what, I'm so glad and lucky and grateful I have a brother. Not many people have siblings, or not everyone gets to have a sibling. That might be a bit far reaching for you. That might be a bit hard. There's ways that you can dissect that would flip it so that it's a bit more focusing on the gratitude and the appreciation. So even though the way that your brother entered the room was hectic and hasty, he might have been bringing you a delicious breakfast or your homework completed on a platter. I mean, wishful thinking here, but what I'm saying is sometimes his intention was good and we hastily respond with this anger. But if we can slow down and interrupt that thought process, we can find a better thought. And when we find a better thought that's more positive and in alignment, then we grow more of those thoughts and we attract more of them. It's about reprogramming your subconscious little by little. So that was a beautiful one for us today for the first Law of Attraction card. Next, we're going to do Work Your Light Oracle. So I'm going to go ahead and just clear the deck again. I think I'm going to do the 2 cards. I'm going to do what is falling away in us and what is rising in us. And so the first card that I pull is going to be like around the energy of what we're done with, what's no longer serving us, what we no longer need to keep in our energetic frequency or in our vibrational field, the thoughts that we can let go of, the behaviors and patterns we can let go of. So these are what we are completed with, what we're finished with, which is no longer going to be a predominant part of our system. So this is 82. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So whatever you're doing right now, if it's exhausting you, if you're feeling like you're not getting anywhere, or if you feel like the road ahead is just too treacherous, onerous, long, take a break. And that's actually what's like falling from us. So we're actually stepping out of the need to take a break because we actually are coming into more alignment and balance, and we recognize that it's the journey that we're building and creating and enjoying. It's not the destination. We'll get there. But right now we're here and it's on the journey. And when the journey is too much, you have to take a break. You have to rest. But this is falling away from us. I do still want to grab the message, number 82. And this one says, It's okay to take a break and enjoy your creations. To take a moment from your busy schedule to get off the treadmill of life, to appreciate and acknowledge all that you have created, achieved, released, or experienced before rushing on to the next thing. To be in the moment and enjoy where you are. To take a breath and regather your mind, body, and spirit. To recalibrate, appreciate, and celebrate. To decide on what you really want to experience next. If you take a moment, you are not going to miss out. Perhaps you have just completed a big project, manifested something significant in your life, released an old way of being, or just burning the candle at both ends. Now is the time to take a time out before rushing on to the next thing. You did it. Enjoy yourself and recalibrate. Go on vacation, book a massage, take long walks in nature, go away for a rejuvenating weekend to recharge and replenish. Take a break and a breath. And this is again reminding you that all the work you're doing, all the service, all of your intentions are for your entire life. So take a break. When you achieve or accomplish something, spend some time celebrating it and all the hard work it took you to culminate it to get to this point. It's that energy and that reciprocal balance of hard work, celebration, excitement, joy, lovely, new challenge, recalibrate, new goal, hard work, challenge, celebrate, joy, and it keeps going back and forth and back and forth. And that's the universe, right? It's a cycle. Okay, so what's rising in us? Let's go ahead and grab our card for what is rising in the collective conscious this week in terms of our light worker gifts. What is the energy and message for today? Okay, so this one is 44, mirror. Who or what is triggering you? So what's rising in you is actually your awareness of where people are your mirror and where you're being triggered. And that is so important because that awareness is how you can make change. So we might have a tendency to blame others for being angry, nasty, uncooperative. But when we pause and reflect and notice that that's our predominant experience, there are mirrors reflecting back what's inside of us that's unhealed. We're the ones that are angry, irritated, frustrated, and so we have to use that experience, that self-reflection to make changes. And so this is what's rising in us. We're going to have a few more experiences, hopefully with ease and with grace, come into our existence that are going to make us question, make us triggered. And it might not be all pleasant, but it's an opportunity for you to do things differently. It's an opportunity for you to up-level your life, upgrade your energetic field, and embody more of who you truly are. The filter of our own experience is how we experience life 90% of the time. Through our own projections, when someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, we get triggered. Often, it's an unconscious thing. People and situations can trigger our mirrors to reflect back to us what we believe to be true about life, the universe, and ourselves. Mirrors pointing to our shadow and our light. Mirrors revealing parts of us that are yet to be accepted, witnessed, or loved. This card is guiding you to look closely at what experiences or people are currently triggering in you and what they could be mirroring back to you. When have you felt like this before? Could they be opportunities to heal something in you? Or are they shining a light on something that longs to be witnessed in you? This goes for the good and the bad. The good, those we admire and put on a pedestal. If we do not realize that we are attracted to them because we are like them, we will need to cut them down in order to rise to their level. The bad, those we despise, are envious of, and put down. If we do not realize that they trigger something in us, it is still yet to be healed, and we will remain hurt and wounded ourselves. So work your light inquiry. Who or what is triggering you? What is it in you that they are triggering? What part of you longs to be witnessed? So that's a good one for self-reflection and inquiry, and it's actually going to help you. So the more aware you are of these situations and what is at the root cause of that triggering feeling or emotion, the more aware, the more you're able to change, right? Okay, wisdom from the elders. Just going to ask our ancestors to give us one last closing message that will help for the week ahead, for the collective conscious, for anyone tuning in now or in the future, what they need to hear for their highest and best path today and this week. So what is the wisdom that we are going to leave you with today? Okay, it is Love Eagle, number 4, one of my favorite numbers. The eagle comes to remind us that when you can take a stance, so the eagle rises above the rest of the world and has a vantage point where they're a visionary. They can see so much more from their point of view than us down here. And the eagle is full of love because they see all of the things about you that are perfect just as you are. You don't need to change anything. You just need to love and accept yourself, because when you have that vantage point or that vision that you know that everything's going to be okay, you might not see it right now, but it is, the ego can see it, then you have faith and comfort and hope, and you can rest a little and have peace a little. Now let's go ahead and grab the message from the book, What the Eagle is Here to Teach Us Today, number 4. To feel and experience true love is to know the Creator, and only by loving oneself can one express love for the Great Spirit. It is through self-love that we can fully experience love for others. It is impossible to experience true love without loving ourselves first. Eagle was chosen by the Creator to represent this teaching within the 7 sacred grandfather teachings. Eagle can fly higher than any other creature and is able to connect most easily to the Creator. In this way, Eagle can provide the purest vision to the seeker of the divine love that the Great Spirit has for all of us. It is through the sacredness of love and all things are possible. And by fully loving ourselves, we can more closely connect to the divine. Love is the most undeniable force in the universe, and it is through this gift that we can grasp the unknowable. As humans, we may not fully understand the Creator's plan for us or the path laid out ahead of us in this life, but it is through love that we can truly know this universal truth. If you have drawn this card today, it ushers in a time for deeper understanding of unconditional love, a greater sense of self-love, or it may indicate a new or deepening romantic, familial, or platonic connection. Remember, only as you deepen your own love of self can you engage in the bounty that life has to offer and fully express love for others. Such a beautiful card and beautiful reminder. Hopefully you enjoyed that reading for the week, and thank you for joining me. Remember to hit the like, subscribe, and bell notification reminder if you want to know when I drop my next weekly reading. Take care and have a great day. Namaste.